Hey guys, I'm coming to you from wine country. I'm here to drive the new Acura MDX Type S. Definitely stay tuned. I'll be driving it today. Can't wait. And then I'll also be driving the NSX Type S on the Sonoma Raceway tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. But I wanted to talk about how Mazda plans to break into the Japanese luxury market, taking on the Germans, taking on Lexus. We're over at Autocar, British website, and we've known Mazda is going up market. We were thinking they're going to settle maybe for the more premium market, somewhere around where Volvo and Acura kind of hang out. And we're over at Instagram here at Mazda UK, go figure, and they're showing the CX60 in the background. They keep teasing it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we pretty much know what it looks like based off spy shots that came out a while back. Inline six, plug-in hybrid. Well, plug-in hybrid is pretty much the only way I think they're going to offer that vehicle in most of Europe. But here in the United States, it'll be a little bit different as we get inline sixes. We won't get the inline six turbo diesel. That's probably mainly for Japan and Asia and maybe Eastern Europe. Autocar sat down with managing director for the UK, Jeremy Thompson. And here are their aspirations: to become a credible alternative to the traditional mainstream premium. And that means non-German. We're not looking to mimic German premium because that's very well catered for with the existing incumbents and probably impossible to beat them at their own game. That's true. You're not going to be able to beat them, especially in Europe. That stronghold is pretty much impenetrable. Look, Infiniti found out the hard way as they bailed out Acura. I don't know if Acura has ever been in Europe. And then we also have Genesis trying to break through in Europe and China and other parts of the world. It's not easy to do. The best shot is to flourish in their best-selling market, which is America. He says there is a place for Japanese premium, and that means defining what we mean by Japanese premium, and that will take some time to deliver. I don't think they have to redefine what that means. They can easily come out with their rear-wheel drive platform and automatically start competing with all of the Japanese luxury brands. There aren't any rear-wheel drive biased crossovers from Lexus, Acura, and Infiniti. They're all front wheel drive bias, unless you're talking about the body on frame trucks. It's different from Lexus. So that already cuts out a unique pie for them. And really, Genesis is the only one from the Asian luxury brands that's doing rear wheel drive biased. And of course, Mercedes-Benz and BMW do it. And Audi's more front wheel drive biased like Lexus, etc. He says at the moment, Lexus operates in that area and it's about a third of the size of Mazda in sales. Now, keep in mind that sales in the UK. Sales in the US are quite a bit different. Mazda had a hell of a 2021, selling 332,000, which is about 30,000 more than what Lexus did. Acura is about half that, around 150, and Infiniti has fallen off the map as we pull them up, sliding to under 60,000 for 2021. So Autocar asked, do Lexus and Mazda have the same positioning? And he says, I'm not sure I could say why not. Lexus has really been the only premium Japanese brand. There is no one else in that space. Well, he's of course referring to Europe. Here in America, we have Infiniti and Acura. So now it's quite a long write-up. I'll put it in the description if you guys want to check it out. Do you think Mazda will be successful evolving to a full-on luxury brand to compete against Lexus here in the States, also against Acura, Genesis, the Germans, Infiniti? It'll be interesting to see. I think they can do it, to be honest, with inline sixes rear-wheel drive, but has that boat started to sail away as electric only vehicles become a mainstay here in the, well, not only the United States, but in the world. And Mazda's taken a much more conservative approach when it comes to electrification. So it will be interesting to see, especially 2025 and later, will Mazda be relevant with their inline sixes and plug-in hybrids? Time will tell. I think they have a good shot because I do believe the luxury market still has a huge desire for gasoline and diesel and plug-in hybrids too. So let's keep moving. Toyota was shut down on March 1st because of a cyber attack. We don't know where it came from. There was a threat in the cyber attack. It was in English. People are speculating it could have something to do with the Russians. Of course, blame everything on the Russians right now. So that's an easy scapegoat for them. But all 28 lines of the 14 domestic plants were shut down in Japan. And because Kojima Industries, no, it has nothing to do with video games, but Kojima Industries is their big supplier, a lot of tier 1 and tier 2 parts for them. But the good news is that they're already up and running to full capacity. But I wanted to mention the BZ4X because we got some good information here. Toyota sampled it for journalists in Japan already and in Europe, and we're starting to hear some more things about the vehicle in terms of availability, production. Daisuke Ito, general manager of the ZEV factory where Toyota is developing the new EVs, only said that volumes are expected to grow with wider EV adoption. But Japan's Nikkei newspaper cited 60,000 vehicles worldwide for the first year and then declined 50,000 for the next. So why would they decline from the first year after the next? You would think it would ramp up. Well, they're probably going to introduce another model. So even though BZ4X volume goes down, total electrified option and availability should go up in theory. And these numbers were shot down by Toyota because apparently they weren't factoring in the Chinese production of the BZ4X. So these numbers probably are just from the Japanese factory, and here in the United States, I mean, I think maybe we'll get like 10,000. So definitely stay tuned. I will be driving the BZ4X this spring. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my impressions of it. And speaking of electrification, Nissan has another awesome upgraded hybrid on the Juke. Again, not coming to America. We still haven't seen any e-Power setups from Nissan come to America. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially with this new Juke that has up to 80% EV driving in urban settings. It's quite incredible. The main drive motor is only about 50 horsepower, but it has a 205 newton meters, which is about 150 pound-feet of torque. So that's plenty of torque to get this small little Juke up and going. Again, we don't get the new Juke. The closest thing we have is probably the Nissan Kicks. So think of that sort of package of vehicle with this electrification. They're saying it does deliver 25% more power than the current petrol engine option, and fuel consumption is reduced 40% on the urban cycle and up to 20% combined. And lastly, sales numbers are coming in for February. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis generate strong sales, especially Hyundai here. We're supposed to get Toyota and Honda sales soon, so I'll probably make a video in the next coming days about the sales. We'll see. It depends on how much information we get. But Hyundai recorded 8% gain in US deliveries to 52,000. The Tucson increased 37% to nearly 13,000 units for February. Ioniq 5 seen 2,555 deliveries. That's honestly more deliveries than I was expecting for their eGMP platform battery electric vehicle for February. I mean, it's a short month, and I think Hyundai and Kia are still playing with how much allocation are they going to give the United States. You got to remember, the United States is not the priority with their battery electric vehicles. That is going to be Europe. They have a huge foothold in Europe, and Europe's definitely way more strict when it comes to emissions regulations, and battery electric vehicle adoption is much higher there than it is here. So that's going to be the priority, as well as Korea, more than likely. South Korea is definitely a smaller market, but obviously they have a huge stronghold there. Kia posted a 2.3% gain to 49,000 vehicles, which is just about 3,000 units behind Hyundai. So it seems like mother brand Hyundai doesn't want Kia to get ahead in terms of sales. They probably give them just enough to be right there with Hyundai, but not past Hyundai. I don't think they want to see the mother brand be passed by Kia, if that makes sense. And we do have numbers on Genesis, and it generated its best February results ever. Go figure. They have crossovers on the market. Deliveries rose 45% to 3,482. I don't believe at this time last year they had the GV70 available. But I'll end it there. Do you think Mazda has what it takes to compete with Lexus, Acura, Infiniti here in the States? In Europe, it's really just Lexus and maybe Genesis from the Asians. Do you think they can carve out that niche? I mean, they have the dealerships already there, but will the dealerships be able to provide that luxury experience? I think there's a good chance with enough training and a different cultural push. It'll be interesting to see how Mazda takes it, and if the product's there, if this new rear-wheel drive platform is the bee's knees, Mazda can make it happen. But I'll see you guys in the comments as always. If you made this far in the video, smash the like button, subscribe for more Japanese and Korean auto news. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.